welcome to today's Reiki session. Today we're going to be talking in particular about the third eye and crown chakras. And this is the seat of our intuition. So listening to that small inner voice, that third eye. And then our crown refers specifically is the seat of our connection to the divine, whatever way you choose to experience it. So I'd like to invite you to start getting comfortable. Get relaxed in a nice position where you feel fully supported, and allow the eyes to close. Allow the breath to deepen. And begin doing your full body scan, making note of any areas of tension or anxiety, maybe any areas of discomfort. Just going to quickly scan through the body and make note of those. As always, sending the breath into those areas that need a little extra attention. Today I'm going to place a little bit of frankincense essential oil right on that third eye, right in that center of the forehead between the eyebrows. Frankincense is a beautiful oil for exploring spirituality and making a connection with the divine. It's called the oil of the gods. And today we're just going to create space to connect with and express gratitude for our higher power, our ability to engage and connect with a force beyond ourselves, an existence beyond just this physical experience that we have. It's often said that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And I personally believe that to be very, very true. There's so much more than just this physical existence. So whatever way you choose to connect with the divine energy, whatever name you choose to call it, I'm just going to allow space for you to have that connection today. I'd also like to point out that spirituality and religion are two completely different things. Spirituality is with regard, or it includes our relationship with the divine or higher power, whatever you choose to call it. Whereas religion is more of a collection of belief systems that are allowing us to connect with one another as spiritual beings. It's not always necessarily about the connection with our divine source so much as it's about our connection with others who share the same beliefs that we do. And just because you don't subscribe to any particular religion, or even if you do subscribe to any particular religion, that doesn't make you more or less of a spiritual being. There's room for everyone to express their spiritual nature in whatever way best serves them. And right now, we're just going to create space for everyone to have their own spiritual expression in whatever way manifests as highest and best for them. We're just going to create a space of complete and total acceptance for everyone's spiritual experience, even if it differs from our own. Let us start with a little bit of anchor, which is the essential oil that is a beautiful steadying blend. Supports us in remaining stable, even in times that feel a little bit shaky. Our faith is being tested or challenged. The divine never ever departs from you, even if it seems far away. You are always companioned and loved and supported by the divine, whatever name it takes, however it shows up for you. Let's just take a moment to express gratitude for our spiritual experiences and capacities, our ability to connect with that that is greater than ourselves, the interconnectedness of all things, that uniting energy that brings all of us together. I'm going to apply a little align, which is the centering blend. Again, allowing us to remain true to our own spirituality, allowing us to connect with what makes us feel most supported, most in tune with our divine nature, as well as the energy of the divine, whatever you choose to call it. There's room for all beliefs, all faiths here. And lastly, we're going to use Arise, which is the enlightening blend. And this one I'm going to apply again to the forehead, right in that third eye, and a little bit to the crown of the head. Let's create space for any divine messages that we need to receive today, to make themselves known to us, make themselves very clear, allowing us to formulate a plan and take action steps as is necessary, depending on how we're divinely led. Let's also create space to provide more connection and a deepening connection with our higher power, whatever that is for you. Continuing to accept and respond and appreciate all the divine messages that we receive. All of the support from the divine in its many, many forms, allowing for the acceptance and receipt and gratitude for the receipt of answers to prayers, even if they don't look the way that we expect them to. Gratitude is one of the highest forms of spirituality, and I believe spiritual wellness. Simply because a heart that is grateful and a mind that always sees the benefit in everything, even the hard things sometimes, is one that is more open to receiving all of the many blessings that we were put on this earth to experience. A heart of gratitude is going to quickly notice any shifts, any changes, any divine messages, or intuitive leadings that come to us. Just create a quiet space for that connection to take place. We're also going to acknowledge that with experience can sometimes come pain and can sometimes come with growth as well. We, again, are spiritual beings, hungry for experiences, things that we can learn, ways that we can grow. And just create space for more opportunities like this. More aha moments, more opportunities to experience the things that bring us closer to our divine nature as spiritual beings. Again, feeling that beautiful connectedness and interconnectedness between all things. Acknowledging that the energy that permeates you everything around you as well. Even perhaps those people, or places, or things, or ideas and beliefs that are not in alignment with us. They contain that same energy. So as a spiritual being, let's take a moment to connect with that oneness now. Express gratitude for the opportunity to find a common ground, even when it seems like there's none. Let's also take a moment to express gratitude for our spiritual expressions, whether that's through private meditation, prayers, mantras, religious practices, or services. Let's just take a moment to be thankful for the opportunity to have this amazing spiritual expression. And that freedom of choice to connect with our version of the divine. So just for a moment, I'd like to invite you to place one hand on the forehead, one hand on the top of the head, and just sit quietly for a moment, allowing the energy to flow between your palms, creating connection between the divine and our intuition, increasing that leaning into those intuitive impulses, increasing our ability to be still and to listen and receive. As we begin the grounding process, I'd like to invite you to bring some movement back into the body. You can release your hands from your head and rest them comfortably in your lap or wherever feels most appropriate for you. You can allow the eyes to open as we begin to close with our 3 slow, deep breaths. As we do so, we're going to breathe in acceptance, creating space for a sense of community, a sense of connection, not only to the divine, but all the other spiritual beings that we walk this planet with. Let's deeply inhale in and release. Creating space for all that's around you. Breathe in and out. And with this last inhale, breathe in beautiful gratitude and space of acceptance. Breathe it in and out. Well done today. Thank you again for taking this time to be with me, and until we meet again, be well, namaste.